guys hear that noise? It's my neighbor. I swear my neighbors are on crack. Oh no, that's a bird. That's a bird. It's a bird outside my window. Hi. Do you guys hear the bird? It's right outside. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Chow Chow. Hi. What's up? I wanted to do a random live. Hi, Mulatto. Hi, Vans. Hi, Leah. Hi, Queen. Hi, Alexandra. Hi, Kiori. Do you guys hear the fucking bird? Should be quiet. Do you guys hear it? Do you guys hear it? It's like... It's a bird right outside my window flapping his fucking wings. So, I just washed my hair. I used Taraji P. Henson's new line and actually really liked it. Hi. So, I'm probably going to film, because you guys know tomorrow is the last Friday of the month. So, I'm probably going to film a video on it for Black Friday for tomorrow, but I really liked it a lot. I wanted to go live for a minute just to talk about some annoyances that I have right now. And a lot of you guys have said you wanted me to do like a random live, and a lot of people have said they wanted it to be on Thursday for some reason. So I like it. I used the conditioner. I didn't use the shampoo. I used the conditioner. It's called Make It Rain. I really liked it a lot. I like it a lot, actually. Hi, Alexandra. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Mar. Hi, Jalen. Hi, Ivy. The birds been singing around here a lot, especially at night. They must have migrated back. Oh, hi, Chow Chow. I was on your mind. Hi, David Dunn. How are you? Hi. Yeah, the tapping. You can hear it, right? It's a bird. It's a fucking bird right outside the window. Hi, Monica. Hi, Big Boda. Can't stay long because you have to go to work. Hi. I'm going to watch it, Dalia. So I am going to watch Self-Made, the Madam C.J. Walker on Netflix, and I am going to review it. It's funny because a lot of people have been Googling Annie Malone, because I've been getting so many viewers and comments all of a sudden on my Annie Malone Hidden Figures video from last year, which is like really funny. Somebody left a comment yesterday that was like, I should have been watched this video. Hi, Bushy Brows. You rewatched my video after that? A lot of people have been watching it. I am gonna watch the Madam C.J. Walker thing, and I'm gonna review it. Yes. And I am also still gonna review Sugar by Meg Thee Stallion, which a lot of people have wanted. And yeah, it's gonna be Black Friday tomorrow, and I'm gonna probably talk about Taraji P. Henson's line, which I used today, and I washed my hair with it today, and I really liked. So I just washed my hair. So yeah, this is how my hair looks after I wash it. I wanted to go live real quick. It's called Eat the Rich, as you guys know, because I just wanted to talk a little bit about how these motherfucking celebs are blowing mine right now. Hi, Tim. Hi, Vanity. We were talking about how Pharrell posted the damn GoFundMe for the fucking hospital supplies. Like, the hospitals are running short. The hospitals are running out of supplies. Everybody make sure you fucking donate. It's so ridiculous. It's like the most ridiculous thing ever. It's like fucking Pharrell. Like, you have a net worth of $150 million, sir. Like, you could buy the respirators and the masks and the gloves. Like, you could buy these things yourself. Starting the GoFundMe and pushing the people that follow you and your fans and being like, yeah, guys, donate. It's like, do you guys remember the Dave Chappelle? He is the new black, Queen. He is the new black. Yes, he is the new black. He could buy it and it wouldn't even make a dent in his bank account. You guys remember the Dave Chappelle with Diddy, where he has the money and he's like, that's literally what I thought about when I saw that Pharrell did the fucking GoFundMe for the hospitals. That's what I thought about. I thought about somebody saying, Pharrell, how about you buy all the respirators for the hospitals? And he was like, no, how dare you? I know what we'll do. This is the money, the pillow. As he clutches the money, I know what we'll do. We'll start the GoFundMe, and I'll tell all my millions of subscribers and fans to donate money. Like, no, you could do it yourself. You could do it yourself. All these people singing songs and talking about GoFundMe's, and it's just like, I understand that like the celebrities want to like, I don't know, stay relevant or seem like, you know, they're with us or whatever, but it's like you're not with us. You're not with us. I'm tired of rich people talking about some, we're all in this together, we're all on the same side. Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. That's not true. That's not correct. That's not like, let's stop pretending. Even the celebrities that have it, exactly, Elijah. Meanwhile, their rich asses have access to tests and all these supplies that we don't have. Exactly. Even the celebrities that have it, it's like you had access to a test. You have access to like the best medical care that money can buy. You have access to like all the best doctors. Like you have access to like stay in quarantine in your fucking mansion and have the doctor come to you. Like you don't even have to fucking go to the hospital. Like we're not all in this together. Like we're not all in this together. We're not all in this together. Like, and I understand too that it can seem weird to just like continue, you know, posting like as if everything's regular. And so, you know, they want to seem like they're up on everything that's going on or whatever. But I don't know, like the celebrities that's posting regular, I kind of have more respect and feel better about them than the ones that's trying to make it seem on some celebrities. They're just like us. Like, no, the fuck you're not. You're not like us. You're not going through what we're going through. You know, we're trying to get together a motherfucking rent strike right now, okay? Like, we're trying to rise up and eat the landlords, okay? Like, you're not like us. Like, you're not going through what we're going through right now. So just, like, sit quietly and, like, you know, post, I don't know, cute pictures of your kids or, you know, I don't know, whatever you want to do. But stop trying to seem relatable and seem like you're just like us because you're just not like us. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, you're right. Cheesecake Factory told their landlords, look, sis, I'm not going to be paying on the first. I don't got it. I'm not going to have it. So you're not going to have it. The amount of people that I have seen coming out of the woodworks to root for landlords, I have never seen in my life. And it's so funny, right? It's so funny because people are coming out of the woodworks like, the landlords are providing a service to people and, you know, people need somewhere to live and the landlords are providing a place for them to live. So I don't understand why everybody is so against the landlord. It's like, yeah, but you do realize that like servers also provide a service, like waitresses provide a service, bartenders provide a service, maids provide a service, Amazon workers provide a fucking service, people that fucking deliver your food and shit. All of these people provide a service as well. And y'all be the first ones. Janitors provide a service. Exactly, Nicole. And y'all be the first ones like, well, they need to just go get a job. I don't feel bad for them that they're out of work and that they're not eligible for unemployment. They should have went to school and got a job. How about the motherfucking landlord should have got a real motherfucking job? But now we have all the fucking excuses in the world about how the landlords are doing this and the landlords are doing that. And the landlords are just wonderful, amazing people these days that are just giving people places to live out of the goodness of their hearts. And so we all have to pay them rent. Like, where is this rent money even supposed to come from? Like, people are not working. They're not even allowed to leave their homes. And now they're going to give people a $1,200 check in 2 months. What is that even supposed to cover? And they're talking about something, but you still have to pay your rent. And then motherfuckers are like, well, there's a moratorium on eviction, so they can't evict you. Even if they can't evict you, if you haven't paid your rent for a month or 2 months or 90 days, you're going to have to owe back rent. You're going to have to pay that back. It's probably going to be between $4,000 and $5,000. Bye, Nicole. It's probably going to be between $4,000 and $5,000, especially when you factor in interest. So when we're talking about people that haven't worked, that haven't been working, where are they going to get the money to pay that back rent? When the moratorium on evictions is over, they're going to get evicted. Like, let's use our brains. I know the landlords have pulled the wool over your eyes, like they're, you know, doing some type of indispensable service to the community. I also saw some other shit there where somebody was like, well, if the people don't pay the landlords, then where are they going to live? Where are they going to live if the landlord can't pay the mortgage on the building and the building gets taken away? Somebody was like, you do know the building is going to continue to exist, right? The building's not going to disappear. Like, the building's going to continue to exist, just the landlord is not going to own it anymore. It's going to fall under new management, and those people are probably, not going to have to move. They're just going to have to pay rent to the new management. Like, the building is not going to cease to exist because the landlord fucking can't pay the mortgage. Like, we are really, like, hardcore on the side of the motherfucking slumlords and the celebrities and the capitalists. And while we're here talking about people not having somewhere to live, I feel so strongly about the kids that are getting fucking put out of their schools right now. Like, because when I was in college, hi soybeans, because when I was in college, I lived at school. I lived at school year round because when I went to college, my mom bought a 1-bedroom condo, and so I didn't have a room. And then my home living situation just got like all like messed up after I left to college, because like my mom felt like, like I was out of the nest, and so my mom didn't need as much space. And so when I went home my first year after college, like I did not have a room. I had all my stuff. I was like sleeping on the couch. I had all my stuff in the living room. It was like not sustainable. And then my second year of college, my living situation was like even more not sustainable. Like I just couldn't go home. Like I just couldn't go home at all. And so I ended up getting a job. I worked as a campus event planner so that I could live at school. And then I got another job on campus, and I was working in the admissions office, which you guys know I've also talked about. Hi, Elevated Goddess. That I worked in the admissions office. I had work study, and I also worked as a campus event planner so that I could live at school year round, because I couldn't go home. Like my living situation was not set up that I could just go home. I lived at school all year round my last 3 years of college. And so when I see people that are just like, yeah, y'all niggas gotta get the fuck, like, you don't gotta go home, but you can't motherfucking stay here. And it's like, where are they supposed to go? I was sent a link where they were talking about foster kids that are in college that, they live at school. They literally have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Kids that are homeless, they have nowhere to go. Kids that are in abusive situations, they have nowhere to go. And they're just like, get the fuck, like, like I don't, and it's just like nobody cares, it's like nobody cares, and everybody's like, and then every time you say, well, what about the people that have nowhere to go? What about the people that don't have any money and can't pay their rent? What about the people that can't eat? They're saying that these $1,200 bullshit stimulus checks are not going to come until May. What about the people that are going to starve to death between now and then? For real, seriously, What about these people? And everybody's just like, it's a hard time for everyone. We're all in this together. Stop saying you're going to rise up and eat the rich. We're all in this together. And then Pharrell starts a GoFundMe for the hospitals, because out of his $150 million, he can't just buy the motherfucking supplies himself. Open your purse! Open your purse, you fucking greedy motherfuckers. And everybody's like, well, if the tenants don't pay rent, if they don't pay the landlords, what are the landlords gonna do? I don't give a fuck what the landlords are gonna do. I really don't care. I don't know what the landlords are gonna do. I don't fucking care what what am I gonna do? What are the tenants gonna do? What are the students gonna do? What are the poor people gonna do? What are the Black Americans gonna do? What are the Black business owners gonna do? What are we gonna do? But y'all want to talk about some, what are the landlords gonna, I don't fucking know what they're gonna do. I don't fucking care what they're gonna do. Landlords have insurance, right? Probably write it off. The landlords will be fine. Like, how about you get Pharrell and his $150 million together. You get Jeff Bezos and his $315 billion together, and Elon Musk and Bill Gates, all these people with these hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. How about you get them together and you have them cover all the motherfucking rents for a month or 2 or 3, and have them cover everybody's rent, have them cover everybody's tuition. They're not even trying to give these kids their money back. I was reading some shit the other day where the kids started a petition to get their money back because they got kicked off from campus and classes moved online, and yet you have some kids that can't fucking go to school online. They can't take their classes online. They have to do it in real life, you know, especially like the artists. They're like, well, we can't do it online. Can we at least get our money back? Oh, the dean was like, you know, we're all in this together. It's a bad situation for everybody. You know, we would love to be able to give the kids their tuition back, but if the kids get their tuition back, you know, we're not going to be able to keep the school running because, you know, we have to pay all the employees and, you know, we have to make sure that, like, we get paid. Otherwise, like, we're not going to be able to run school. It's like, number one, I'm 100% positive that you have an endowment. I'm 100% sure that you get money from the government to run your school. So you can't give the kids their tuition back because you want to continue getting paid. And yeah, all the people that are being forced to stay home that are now out of a job, everybody's like, I don't know how these niggas gonna pay their rent, but fuck them, I guess. I don't know. Like, come on. You shouldn't have eaten all that avocado toast. Right. That's really how I feel about the landlords. It's like, have the landlords considered getting a part-time job? You know, all the things that they say to us. Have the landlords considered getting a roommate to cover the mortgage on their building for this month? Have the landlords considered cutting back on avocado toast? Have the landlords considered delivering for Amazon or driving Uber? You know, they're going to have to pay that mortgage one way or another, and we probably not going to be able to pay the rent. So I don't know. You know, have they considered drinking a little less Starbucks? Have they considered cutting back or what? Because Cheesecake Factory said they're not paying the rent this month. Sorry, sis. Comrade Cheesecake. Right. Maybe the landlord should have saved. Maybe they should have had an emergency fund. Maybe the deans of the schools should have saved and had an emergency fund so that they could give the kids that they're kicking out with nowhere to go their tuition. You know, it's just like, and there's all these excuses for the fucking capitalists. There's all these excuses for why the capitalists can't do what they need to do and why they need a bailout. But then when you say, well, what about the people? It's just like, well, the people are just going to have to come up with the funds. I don't fucking know, bro. And to me, that's what's like, rise up and eat the rich, bro. Like, eat these motherfuckers already. I seen somebody mention Saya, like, I don't even know what she even fucking tweeted. She tweeted virus and she like crossed VIR out and put us. Like, that was like supposed to be some us, we're all in it together type bullshit. Like, bitch, shut up. Shut up. You don't have to tweet anything. You know that, right? You don't have to tweet anything. You don't have to put anything on Instagram. You don't have to throw in your 2 cents. You could just stay quiet. Like, just zip it up. Right. People were like, what the fuck is this supposed to mean? Like, what the fuck is this supposed to mean? And it's like, and you also have to understand, which I talked about in a couple of my other videos, that a lot of these things are all related, right? So when you talk about, that there's a lack of affordable housing, so that now people are homeless, or so that now people have to rent because they can't be homeowners. A lot of that is directly because of predatory landlords snapping up, you know, buildings and snapping up homes and raising the rent so that you can only rent or lease these properties. You can't own them yourself, right? Or turning them into high-rise condos. And now you have like a huge influx of homeless people on the street, which also is a huge part of a health crisis, right? You have unsheltered people on the street. All this shit is related. All this shit is related to the landlords. All this shit is related to the income properties. All this shit is related to the wealth hoarding. When you have people that can't afford to get tests, so they don't even know if they're spreading it. They can't pay their medical bills. They can't take sick time off. They can't take PTO. All this stuff is related to free market capitalism. All this stuff is related, right? But now you have the landlords and all these capitalists looking at us like, well, y'all still gonna have to pay your rent, or you're still gonna have to do this, or you're still gonna have to do that, even though we are the ones getting the short end of the stick. Like, rent strike. Comrade Cheesecake Factory and Arms said, no ma'am, we're not paying nothing. No ma'am, we're not paying. We're not paying. Did you guys know that Cheesecake Factory employs 38,000 people? and they have shut down all Cheesecake Factories. Like all 27 of their locations, I believe, in New York alone have been closed down. So all them people cannot work. And yet they said that Cheesecake Factory still has to pay rent at all them locations. And all those people that work for them still have to pay. Bitch! Cheesecake Factory said rent strike. Rent strike. Rent strike. So we'll see how that goes. Also, there have been a lot of other reports of people like banding together, especially people that they have one landlord, not like a management, like a company, banding together and telling their landlord, well, we're not going to pay. So I don't know, sis. Sanitation workers are striking too. Yes, I've seen that too. I saw that some garbage workers, which is just like really eerie, like a sense of deja vu, because that's what actually started the I Am a Man strike in Memphis. Sanitation worker strike, not getting paid, not getting your time off, not getting protection after 2 black men died. They were crushed by a machine. The black men, the sanitation workers in Memphis, went on strike. I Am a Man strike, right? And here we are again in 2020, 60 years later, and sanitation workers are striking because they're considered essential workers, so they still have to work, and yet they don't get PTO, they don't get sick time, they don't get all these things. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then the rich want to get on Twitter and say, GoFundMe, non-rich people that's broke as fuck, that's not working, donate money. When I'm rich as hell and I could pay for all this shit myself, but I'm not going to. I want you to pay for it. What? No. No way. No way. People are really out of touch with reality. People are extremely out of touch with reality, for real. The fact that they're refusing to give the kids their tuition back and they're kicking them out with nowhere to go really breaks my heart. Because, like, that could have been me. Like, I could have been that kid for real. And I would have been like, well, how am I supposed to get back home? Number one, I have nowhere to go. Number two, I didn't even go to school in the same state that I was from. Like, how am I even supposed to get home? Like, is somebody going to give me a bus ticket, a check, something? It's about to be a whole bunch of people just roaming the streets. At the time where we supposed to be motherfucking social distancing. What are we doing? Literally, what are we doing? Hi, Books in My Social Life. I have to watch your video on quarantine books. Yeah. This damn bird. People at essential businesses need raises in pay as well, considering most of them are probably taking care of whole households right now. Oh yeah, and let me also say, for everybody that just keeps saying, just apply for unemployment, as I also said in my other video, applying for employment is not that fucking simple, nor is it easy. Like 3 million people have already applied for it. They've said that the website has been going down and crashing. Also know that tons of people, gig workers, are not eligible for unemployment. Like servers, bartenders, waitresses, a lot of people that are self-employed, a lot of artists are not eligible for unemployment. Not eligible for it. You can't just like apply for it. Yes, contracted employees, independent contractors, like none of these people are eligible for unemployment. Line cooks, none of these people are eligible for unemployment, okay? Like there are eligibility requirements for you to get it. You can't just like sign up for it and they just mail you a check. I don't know if people like believe that that's how it works, but that's not how it works. You have to be approved. And it's the same thing for food stamps, like EBT and WIC. All these things you have to be approved for basically by a government agent. I feel like I've told this story before, but I got denied for food stamps when I was living in New York. I was like totally poverty stricken. I was living with a friend and I had no job. Neither one of us had jobs. We didn't have income. We applied for food stamps. We got denied because they said that we were living for free. I was living with my friend for free and they were like, well, you don't have to pay rent, so why do you need food stamps? I was like, well, I don't have a job. I don't have no income coming in, so I don't have money for food. That's why I need it. And they were like, well, you don't have to pay rent, so denied. And I was like, what? That makes no sense. Like they will deny you for the smallest little thing. Like out of them 3 million people that apply for unemployment, all of them are not going to automatically get it either. Like, they will deny you for like the smallest, teeny tiniest little thing. And tons of people in the workforce are not even eligible for unemployment. So also stop telling people just apply for unemployment. Like, that's just going to be money raining from the sky. Because I know you guys believe in like welfare queens and stuff, but like that shit's not true. Okay? Go watch my video on Johnny Tillman. Please, please, please. Yes, exactly, the real Dana. Living on a couch is not considered homeless, according to the government. Not considered homeless. Living on a couch, staying with friends, staying with family members, even if you're sleeping on the floor, they say, well, you're not homeless. You don't need help. You have to be like out in the streets in a lot of ways to get aid. It's incredibly hard to get accepted for social services. A lot of those application processes are ridiculously tedious as well, like the several interviews you have to go through to get disability. Yes, also know that in order to be eligible for unemployment, there's also a threshold that you have to meet of money that you've even made over the last year. And if you don't meet that threshold, you're not going to get it. Like, there's like so many rules. There's a lot of rules for unemployment. A lot of rules. You basically have to be dirt poor to get something from the government. It's too much. I just don't understand. Somehow unemployment is overhauled and taken advantage of when it's actually needed. It doesn't work. You have to be basically homeless. Yes, and you have to be working wherever you've been working for at least 6 months. So for all the people that have maybe started a new job within the last 3 months that now aren't working anymore, they might not be eligible for unemployment. You have to be there for a certain amount of time. Yep, you have to be there for a certain amount of hours. Aida, like, there's all these rules and regulations, and they will deny your ass real quick. And they're also doing this thing now, which I've heard from numerous people, that because you have to get it has to be verified that you're unemployed. So there's also a lot of people that are having their interviews for unemployment, and when they call their employer, the employer says like, well, they haven't been let go, we're just closed for right now. So they just they're on a 0-hour schedule, but they like have not been fired. So you can't get unemployment. You can only get unemployment if you've been let go, like officially. You can't get unemployment if you quit. Like, you will get denied. You can't get unemployed if they decide that there's been some type of misconduct. Like, let's say you work for Amazon, you work in an Amazon warehouse, and somebody in your warehouse contracts COVID-19. You say, I'm not going to come in anymore because it's not safe. If you apply for unemployment and they contact your manager and your manager says you quit, you stop coming in, so you quit, they will deny you. They will deny your ass. They'll say you quit, so you're not eligible because you could be working. You made the choice not to be, so you do not get unemployment. Like, there's so many rules. So many rules. So many rules. 0-hour schedule means no money. OMG, the system is ridiculous. Yep, exactly. They will find it. They will file it under job abandonment. And if you abandon a job, they'll say that you're not eligible for unemployment. You also have to be, I think they removed this for right now under the stimulus package, but previously you also had to be actively looking for a job, and the caseworker will check in with you every week, and you have to literally send them like, these are all the jobs that I applied for this week. Or like, these are all the interviews that I had. Here's all my applications. I'm actively looking. If you don't actively apply for jobs, you're not going to get it. Like, there's so much shit that you have to do. Or else they're going to be like, bitch, denied. No unemployment for you. So I'm really tired of like people sitting up on the news or telling people just apply for unemployment. Just apply for unemployment. Just apply for unemployment. Just apply for unemployment. How about you just shut the fuck up? Shut up. Shut up. Don't even know what you're talking about. Don't even know what you're talking about. And like the majority of these gig workers and shit are not even eligible. They're not even eligible for it. People have no idea how social service programs work. They just talk, but have never been on them. Exactly. AJ, exactly. Unemployment has absolutely no guarantee and no across the board success rate. My parents are big boomers. They refuse to do a rent strike. They don't want to disrespect their landlords. Child, I guess. Students should start a coalition to sue colleges and universities to be refunded retro tuitions. And I'm also like, now like the SATs are canceled and the ACTs are canceled and all these things. I saw that some schools are like waiving standardized testing requirements for their incoming freshman class. But like the time of year that we're in right now is really critical for like rising seniors that want to go to college. And just nobody has anything to tell them. Nobody has anything to tell them. Just nobody has anything to tell them. Like, I don't know, sis. I don't know. Go home, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The government is trying to make it seem like filing unemployment is easy just to keep people off them. When you apply for food stamps and you miss the social worker's call, you have to reapply. It's so irritating. Yeah. Unemployment is far from sustainable. If you make even $1 over what they want, you're denied. Yep. Oh, you pay for Netflix, denied. If you pay for anything, they will say you don't need it. Because they'd be like, well, for you to need aid, you have to be dead in the street. If you're not dead in the street, you don't need it. I tried to apply for unemployment a while back and I wasn't qualified because I quit a job because of various reasons. Hi, Deadly Gamer. My girlfriend just applied for unemployment. She had a panic attack because the site kept crashing. She couldn't file. Almost half of NYC has filed. Hi, Queen. I was denied food stamps in Georgia because I was in college, had a part-time job that paid minimum wage, and I didn't have children. Oh, don't be a motherfucking single bitch with no kids. Don't be a single bitch with no kids, because you're not getting a motherfucking thing. You not getting nothing. And come tax time, you will probably owe the government money. Yeah, happened to me. Happened to me. I remember being like, but I don't understand. Why do I owe money? And they basically were like, well, because you don't have children. So they feel like as a single childless woman, you don't have enough expenses. I was like, so I'm being punished. So I'm being punished for not having kids? Oh, okay. They're not going to give you shit. Especially like, they want you to have a baby. Like, for real. It's incredibly hard to get accepted for social services. And I saw somebody say that too. I don't know who said it, but I saw somebody say that if you have kids, that makes it easier, like, to get certain things. You basically have to be dirt poor to get something from the government. It's too much. I don't understand. Somehow unemployment is overhauled and taken advantage of, but when it's actually needed, it doesn't work. Hi, Kimberly. You have to be basically homeless to get it. Check your local office under the stimulus package for unemployment. In my state, they waived the waiting period and opened up the eligibility. Oh, that's good. So somebody gave a tip. Hi, Ryan. Thank you. All this could be avoided. We need UBI. In most cases, you don't even have to be poor. You have to make a certain amount of money to apply for these benefits. They ask for pay stubs, etc. They also see how much your previous job paid the government to cover your unemployment. Yeah, people don't understand the way the unemployment works. Unemployment basically works that if you get a job, which is normally like an office job or some type of on the books job, your employer puts a certain amount of money into different things. So your employer is putting a certain amount of money into Social Security, and your employer is putting a certain amount of money into health insurance, and your employer is putting a certain amount of money into unemployment. Your employer is like taking money out of your check and putting money into these things in case you need them if you work that type of job. And so you have to be on that type of job to be eligible to access these type of benefits. So if you don't work them type of jobs, you shit out of luck. I think they've said that under the stimulus package, they're going to be covering some gig economy workers. Like I think maybe rideshare workers might be. But I feel like line cooks, servers, people that work in restaurants, self-employed, there are some ways to get around it. There are some loopholes. Like if you're a small business owner that does payroll, I think you can get it. Like there's some loopholes. But like for your average worker that tends the bar or waits tables or you do art or you're in school, you're not eligible for unemployment. You're not eligible for unemployment. You're not eligible for unemployment. Work at Amazon. Safety and management is policing everyone in a hostile way. They're writing people up for not staying 6 feet away from each other. Not to mention, if you have kids, you basically have to put your child's father on child support if you want food stamps. The system is set up to have the majority fail. Yeah, like they want you to be a single parent to like get aid. And if you're not, you get punished. They will file it under job abandonment. Hi, Timmy. They used to know how far they could push and maintain social order, but greed is completely in control now. Revolution soon come. Everyone's being punished for not wage slaving. My friend works at Panera and all her hours were cut, but since the business wasn't technically closed, her boss told all the employees not to file for unemployment. Wow, Julian. This was botched in so many ways. Things really did not have to get this bad. Hi, Muffin Cute. Unrelated, but some businesses will fire you, not file that they did, and then say you abandon your job. Wow. Oh, Domino, hopefully you're taking care of yourself. It's a tedious process. The social safety net has been stripped away. We literally work and pool money from taxes and all into unemployment, yet if you need it, it's almost like you won't even receive what you work for. It took me 3 different times to get food stamps in college before I could get it. You have to input all types of details of jobs you applied to in order to get anything. If you miss putting in the company's website, you get denied. People think social services just equal free money. That's why there's no compassion. Just think of how this is putting so many students back. They canceled state testing at my school. Artists who do showcases, shows, concerts, etc. are having their entire income cut and can't apply for unemployment. And this isn't even just like people think artists like, oh, starving artists, whatever. But like think about, like I went to a performing arts school. Art also includes stuff like the people that do the light shows at the concerts, the people that do the light shows at the Super Bowl, the people that do, the people that do the sound technicians, the people that do all those things, those are not people that are eligible for unemployment. Like, those are technically seen as independent contractors or freelancers, artists. Like, they get hired by, you got hired by the NFL or whatever the company is. I'm just using this as an example. You got hired by the NFL or like whatever the company is to do like the lights for the Super Bowl. Now, you probably got paid like a ton of money, but you're not considered an employee of the NFL. That's like a one-time. Maybe they do have permanent people that do it for all the shows, but let's just say like the Super Bowl, something of that magnitude, they have to bring on like 50 of those people. Those people are not considered employees of the NFL. They're independent contractors. They are not eligible for unemployment. You see what I'm saying? Like, these type of workers are all throughout our economy. They're all throughout our workforce. They don't fucking sit behind a desk and work in an office. They're not eligible for a lot of these social services and benefits. And now these are the main people that's out of work because they've shut everything down. They've shut all the events down. They've shut all the concerts down. They're shutting everything down. And then they're saying just apply for unemployment. These people aren't even eligible. Like, your fucking plumber and shit is probably not eligible for fucking unemployment. Like, they're not eligible. Unemployment in social services is a capitalist society set up to discourage its use. The system is just trash all around. They figure if you're not dead in the street, you must be living in luxury. The U.S. is a house of cards and COVID-19 is a light breeze, right, Ori? Shame on this country if this doesn't get us to the point of revolution. There are lots of students out here who can't return to a home once they leave for college. Yeah. I agree with the title. Let's eat the rich and take their houses. Yeah. I'm single with no kids. I get no tax breaks. Yeah, that's literally what I said, bushy brows. I literally told the girl doing my taxes, I was like, so you're basically telling me I'm being punished. I'm being punished for being single with no children. And she was like, I mean, yeah, I don't want you to look at it that way. But I was like, if I had a baby next year, I was like, if nothing else changed, if I earned my exact same income, but I had a baby next year, would I still owe money? She was like, well, it depends. if you were still versus if you were still single, or like if you had a man in the household, like, you know, what kind of money you guys were bringing in, this, that, and the third. I was like, well, but if everything was exactly the same as it is right now and all I did was have a baby, she was like, you'd probably get $5,000 back. I said, bitch, stop I was like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. That's why people be having these kids. This is why people be having these kids. I can't even be mad at them. I've never been able to receive unemployment for any job I've ever had pre-apocalypse. Tax income time, everybody with kids gets back way more money. I tried to apply for food stamps a while back, but got denied. They told me if I had kids, I was automatically qualified. They want you to have a baby, but no husband. Hi, Trey. How are you? How are you doing? Did school get canceled for you, Trey? And thank you. I used Taraji P. Henson's new stuff. I like it a lot. That's how you have people having all these kids. They push you. They want you to. Single, no kids, and in school was my exact situation. I was a work study, but had no food at home during college. I had to go use my friend's swipes in the cafeteria to eat. I know exactly what you went through, Cordelia. And they will tell you you don't need money. And you'll be like, what the hell? Our current unemployment system cannot even handle the amount of people attempting to file. You get the no child thing. A woman is punished for not having children. Some states, if you quit, you might be able to get something if you can file constructive dismissal. This is in quotes. If you guys want to Google this term, constructive dismissal. This is not legal advice, though. Check your state laws. Have 13 kids, lose all your teeth, lose a leg, stroke, and crawl through the streets equals criteria for government assistance. All those taxes coming out the paycheck, unemployment is one of those things your money goes into. We pay for unemployment. Yup. Sorry, sir, but I saw both front teeth. Denied. You're homeless. How homeless are you on a scale of couch surfing to sleeping on the street? Where are you? Where are you? I'm going to show you this piece of paper. You tell me where you are. Do you have a bed? Are you on the couch? Are you on the floor? Are you sleeping at your plug's house? Are you on the porch, or are you sleeping in your car? You know if you're sleeping in your car, or if you're sleeping in a camper or a trailer, that's not considered homeless. It's the considerations for homeless literally means like on the street. I've done a lot of reading about homelessness, and it's wild. Like the numbers that the government uses for like American homelessness are like so under the amount of people that are actually homeless, and especially kids, because they say that unless you're on the street, you're not homeless. Like if you're sleeping in a car, they say technically you have shelter, you're not homeless. Isn't that just wild? 1099 workers should be eligible. So if you have a 1099, what about I-9 workers, royalty workers, people that earn royalties? I've literally been trying to access the unemployment website all day. It's too busy and keeps crashing. It's basically inaccessible. I don't know. I feel like, Queen, this is what I really feel like. I feel like people are waiting for everything to open so they can just go back to their regular lives, honestly. I seen a post where somebody basically said that. It was like, how are bitches talking about they can't wait for this to be over so they can like go back to drinking mimosas and shit in their favorite restaurant. Like, bitch, your favorite restaurant is probably not even gonna like be there. I think there's a lot of people that are just like, well, I'm working from home and I'm still getting paid, so whatever, I don't care. Just waiting, you know, like I could stay home for 2 months, I could stay home for 3 months. And for the people that didn't have money saved up, or they're not ready, they're not prepared, that's on them. That's not on me. Like, I feel like there's a lot of that. And people are just waiting to go back to normal. They put you through hell before they approve the application. I had to interview with 4 different people from the EDD department. This is for unemployment. Before I got approved, just to be paid 25% of all my earnings. Yes, and there's like a cap on your earnings. Now, I do believe they've said that under this stimulus bill, you can be paid 100%. I don't know what the specifics are, but yep, previously there's like a cap on how much you can be paid. Uh, there's a lot of stipulations. I believe it's just one $1,200 check that's coming around May if you make less than 75K, and if you're unemployed, an extra 600 a month. Hi, the boy in blue. I work at Amazon now. They put security cameras on people for talking to each other, saying you have to stay 6 feet apart. Hi, Gabe. Seattle, I heard, had a $500 fine for not adhering to quarantine at home rules. Here, you don't have to go to child support for food stamps, but you do for cash assistance. I swear Chicago got citations for everything. They will make you pay for any and everything right now. What about the people getting paid under the table? They gonna starve to death. No bullshit. Paraprofessionals, substitute teachers, etc. It doesn't seem like they have a plan. Unemployment is set up to tie you to a job like a serf. You lose the chance if you quit. I live in New Hampshire, where over 50% of our economy is based on hospitality, retail, and food services. In the wake of our crisis, many, many people have been laid off, but no one talks about it due to classism. My husband used to be an armed security guard. I'm glad he's not now, because he wouldn't have qualified either. Hi, lover of all things black. Someone tweeted, LOL, we're a bunch of paycheck to paycheck employees living in apartments owned by paycheck to paycheck landlords and working for paycheck to paycheck corporations. Yup. Society forces you to breed. These assholes who are like, you should have savings. So really, Candace, remind me how I'm supposed to save when I make under $1,200 a month. Yep. Always bet on black. Well, guess it's time to have a baby. I was like, damn. If nothing else changed except I had a baby, I would get at least $5,000 back. Really? So you would literally give me a monetary reward. You would literally give me monetary incentive to push another little worker bee out into the world. I see what you're doing there. Not that I'm against having a kid, but it's just wild how they like try to financially entice you to do it. And if you don't have a kid, you get punished at tax time. And they literally say that. They say like, well, it's because you're single and childless. Or like, you don't own a home, so you're not paying a mortgage. You're only paying rent. It's basically like your expenses are too low. So you owe the government. Like, what? Excuse me? A future worker or a future prisoner. More slaves for the corporate plantation. Hi, Richie. Oh, there you are, Trey. Yes, technically school is shut down. Doesn't affect me the same because I don't take classes anymore, live on campus. I only do lab work, but I can't go into the lab. Yeah, I was wondering about that because I know a lot of people are no longer able to do their lab work. Are you done? Are you done with your degree? Trey? Hi, Alex. It's like you provide us with a worker for our capitalist system and we give you a little something, something. And this is why The Matrix is my favorite movie, because we live in the Matrix, for real. We really do. Where were we? Gotta have a baby to bleed you dry to get extra money from the government. Saw the title and I had to click. Eat the Rich. Hi, Sharia. They need you to have kids to keep the wheel spinning. Yes, Misfortunate. They said that to my face. They want you to have kids because that's more workers. After this pandemic, the demands for equity and the distribution of wealth better skyrocket. This should be a wake-up call. My university went online, but there's students who don't even have Wi-Fi, so they can't do exams. 3 million unemployed filed. Previous record was 695,000. We ain't getting paid shit. At the plug's house on free Wi-Fi. Right, Daya. Do you have a tent? Because if you have a tent, we cannot technically say that you're homeless. Like, you have to be on the sidewalk. But is the floor carpeted, ma'am? After this pandemic, we will see the big corporations own a lot more than they have prior. A lot of Congress people have ties to those businesses. How is sleeping in your car not homeless? It's because technically you have shelter. They say you have shelter. Just like if you don't have a home but you're sleeping in a hotel, they say you're not homeless. I was doing research on the homeless kids in Atlanta because they have a really hard time trying to allocate funds in the school system in Atlanta because they have like really highly fluctuating numbers when it comes to how many children are actually homeless. But that's because like the actual, the official counter, like the system, they say that like if the child is living with friends, if the child is living with family, if the child's living in a hotel, in a shelter, all these things, they're technically not considered homeless. And so then they say like our homeless population is down so low. We barely have any homeless people. We barely have any homeless children. So we don't need as much funding for services for homeless children and for homeless residents. We don't need it. Put the money towards something else. And then you have people that are struggling. This is like a real thing. This is a real thing. Real legitimate thing that happens every single day. So if a car is shelter, we technically have 3 homes. What the fuck? I've been married 23 years. Back in 2008 during the crisis, because we were married, we couldn't get any assistance. Yup. Campers not at home. First thing they do before accepting you as homeless. That's just like the World Bank says that getting anything over $3 a day isn't considered poverty. If they can't see you, you're not homeless. I was talking to a friend now on how homeless folks are trying to use the term houseless, and I wonder if it has something to do with that. Oh, I wonder if it does. I wonder if it does. I work for WIC. We define homeless and living at a residence for less than living at a residence for less than a year with family member or friend, you are considered homeless. If we had fully funded paid leave for everyone, subsidized free childcare, universal health care, affordable college costs, access to medical supplies, testing and tracking, we'd all be better. Can we just revolt already, Mulatto? I've been telecommuting to work. I think a lot of people are waiting for things to go back to normal. We're told we should save our money and work hard, but these corporations are not sustainable. 10 days of issues in the stock market crash. This shows how everything is an illusion and money is fake. Yup. Hi, I know, I'm so sad, Ty. I see your comment. We're going to reschedule. I had an event in LA that got canceled, but we're going to reschedule. I think we're aiming for the fall because we don't know what's going to happen. The stimulus check will come in May if you have direct deposit set up with the IRS. If you're getting a paper check, expect it to take longer. How are they giving citations in poor neighborhoods? Who could pay fines at this time? People are like, sign up for this or do that as if it's so simple. Half the time they make you wait hella long anyway. There's no guarantee you even qualify, and the requirements are often dumb as fuck, right? I'm blessed to work from home right now, but let the wrong shit happen to the wrong people at the wrong time. That could change in a hot second. Individualism is going to be the death of us all. Absolutely. The corps are paycheck to paycheck because they're greedy executives. After that video about arbitrage, I read up on Airbnb in NYC, and they've significantly fucked up the housing crisis here. Everywhere! Everywhere! That's why I do not feel bad. I don't feel nothing for these Airbnb pseudo-landlords crying. Oh, all my properties are empty for the next 3 to 6 months. What am I gonna do? Shut the fuck up. There's people on the streets right now because you're taking up all the buildings, motherfuckers. They push you to have a kid and then shame you for not being able to take care of the kid. Capitalism is terrorism. Tried applying for unemployment. They're claiming they're having issues verifying my social security number. Oh, you didn't know this about Airbnb, Owen? I had no idea. Like, they've been buying up a significant amount of properties over the past 5 to 10 years. Yup. My professor's doing the experiments for us, then giving us the data so we can do the lab reports. Vanity, I didn't have a baby till I was good and goddamn ready, but that tax check is like, wow. Right? I know. Hi, Marcus. And it is good to see you, Alex. Oh, 3 to 4 more years, have to write and defend a thesis, so I need a body of work, which is equivalent to 1 and 2 published papers. Okay. I'm glad it's not, I mean, I'm glad you have more time because I'm glad that it's not like super affecting you being able to get your degree, Trey. Like, I'm glad you have more time. I wasn't sure like where you were in your school. I'm in grad school right now, and all of our internships moved to telehealth, which drops the hours we're supposed to obtain to get your degree. More semesters means more money we have to pay. 500,000 people signed up for the universal credit in 9 days in the UK. Wow. Wow. It's a floor carpenter. Hi, Remy. How's your family? They can pull up trillions for this pandemic, yet it's crickets when reparations come up. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Hi, Nikki. Bye, Alexia. It's real funny how all of a sudden the Camille checks out. It's real funny. Somebody just called me. Somebody just FaceTimed me. Somebody just FaceTimed me. Somebody just FaceTimed me. They called me, but I didn't pick up. So I'm back now. I'm gonna call them back in a minute. I'll probably let you guys go in a minute because somebody just called me. So I'm gonna read some more comments and then I'm gonna let you guys go because somebody just called me. And I ignored them for you guys. So I'm gonna read a few more comments and then I'll let you guys go so I can call this person back. I remember when The Matrix came out, I wondered why so many rich people were talking against the movie. Literally made me love the movie even more. Shame on the senators who were likely inside trading. They really should be removed from office. Yeah. I don't even know why universities are still having classes. Just give everyone an A and be done with it. Eat the motherfucking rich. I remember in a documentary, a woman said she calls herself houseless because to her a home is more than just 4 walls. She has a home, but not a house. These corporations should probably go easy on their spending and learn how to save. Wall Street is the biggest welfare queen. Yeah. Capitalism kills. Hi, Emerald. Funny how in NYC they have trillions of dollars to throw at this, but we haven't fixed homelessness or poverty. Yep. These checks are stupid. Just freeze the rent. Houseless, yes, I've heard this term. Hi, Jaren. Fuck these Airbnbs. Rugged individualism is the grim reaper, waiting for all who practice it. Fuck that shit. Let the houseless take over those properties and live there. Pulling trillions out of nowhere, but Medicare for all is too expensive. And reparations too. And universal basic income too. And fucking universal childcare too. And free college too. The government made all small businesses close down, so now my mom has no work, mortgage to pay, 3 kids to take care of, one of who's disabled. What are we gonna do? I'm so sorry, brain. Sucks. Spending trillions on wars but can't house the poor. U.S. government is full of clowns. Some nonprofits are giving up to $4K for rental assistance. Yeah, there are some resources out there. If you guys check on my previous COVID-19 videos, I have lots of resources in the description box. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I set that up in Discord. Money coming in like candy. All of a sudden, reparations just sitting there. All these empty ass buildings people can't afford to live in. Folks should band together to occupy them to capacity, free of charge. There's some homeless people that's doing that in Oakland and I believe in Seattle as well. They're squatting. They're squatting in vacant homes. Yeah, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this. The fucking stupid ass celebrity singing Imagine was dumb, ridiculous. We started off this live stream talking about how Pharrell made a GoFundMe for hospital workers, talking about, oh, hospital workers are running out of resources and money. You guys should donate. Pharrell, you have $150 million. Like, how about you fucking donate, my dude? I thought they said cash payments weren't possible. Funny how it changes when it's white people who need restitution. All of a sudden, money is growing on trees. Yeah. I'm privileged to have an office job. My office is moving to remote work. However, I can only do remote every other week, and I have diabetes. Worried about those who are sick and need to work. Yeah, Jade. Yeah, Remy, I see this. Made arrangements so that your kid and grandmother have somewhere to go. Yeah, that's all you can do. Yeah, that's all you can do. Okay. Definitely in Seattle, they're squatting. They can imagine these nuts. People drag Pharrell for filth. In Oakland, there's Moms for Housing. And in LA, Reclaim Our Homes. If anyone is looking for orgs or houses, people are moving into empty houses. Pharrell should have a GoFundMe for his rich friends to donate. Us regular folks are unemployed. Right? Exactly. If those celebs singing Imagine had donated at the same time, they wouldn't get flamed. Yeah, all this hoarding is literally killing us. People talking about supply hoarding, but wealth hoarding. Come on now. Right. Okay, I got to the end of the chat. I'm going to go because I should call this person back that just called me. I'm glad we were able to go live. It seems like Thursday works for you guys. Some other people have requested Thursday live, so obviously I'm going to go live again on Sunday like we always do, and maybe we'll do another one next Thursday. It seems like that works for you guys. So I am gonna give to the poor challenge. Somebody needs to start that. Hashtag give to the motherfucking poor challenge. I'm gonna save this live so it will stay up. And I will see you guys next time. We're definitely Bees Bake this Sunday. Bees Bake this Sunday as always. We're still doing Bees Bake. Bye.